You get a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. And off we go from the Windy City. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin.
Ladies and gents,
third season for Caleb Williams with the Bears. Greg, the #1 overall pick in 2024, took a huge step forward a season ago.
Let me know
when
in the
they
comments
hired
if you
Ben
like
Johnson,
neon purple, neon
the entire
blue,
city of Chicago said, we finally have someone that's going to bring out the best in Caleb Williams. And Mike, that's exactly what happened. That's clearly the best ball of Caleb Williams' young career. That was the talent we saw in college that led him to be the #1 overall draft pick. So they got to just continue to develop him a little bit more as an on-time passer, continue to make his play in the confines of Ben Johnson's system. There are many guys in the league that have the playmaking ability at the quarterback position.
What we didn't know is that you can now spectate those matches.
They got 6
you
on that first down run, so it is 2nd and 4.
And watch those games. This is pretty good. As next, we have the fluid formation. When you turn it on, you have an attacking formation and then defensive formation. The next part is pretty interesting for me because there's an update of the playing styles. That means that you have different playing styles for both attack and defense. And I'm going to give you an example now. When you've got the intended possession, you're center forward. In this case, let's pretend it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a goal poacher. But his play style is going to change when...
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. And Deshaun Watson leading this Browns offense out. I have to think back a long time ago to 2020 when he was the NFL's passing leader during his time in Houston with the Texans.
You have to imagine that this is the final chance, right? I mean, Deshaun Watson, they make the blockbuster trade. They acquire him years back from the Houston Texans, and the expectations is that he was going to bring that level of play we saw in Houston to Cleveland and finally answer the...
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Bears offense ready to see the football for the second time. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
No, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. Second down and goal. To throw is Williams. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he is not going to get away. That one blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. He'll try to run for it, and they will eventually corral him. It looked promising for a moment, but the defense does get him down and forces a fourth down.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense ready to take over for their second possession. They fumbled it away on that opening possession. Fortunate, it only led to a field goal, so they're in a 3-0 hole as they start this drive. First and 10. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. That's to the first-round pick, KC Concepcion. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32. It's second and 2. They'll run, and this is Quinshon Judkins. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
We'll try to pick this up with a pop pass. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
3 yards. Brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bears offense headed back to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a first and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll go play action here with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
A play fake. Now Williams to the left side. He's got Komet. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
An 8-yard loss.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Hunt team on. Taylor able to get it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. As the Browns go back out on offense, we take a look at the defensive coordinator trying to stop them. His guys with the first half lead and all going according to plan so far as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. Now, first down throw for Watson. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. Not there. Net at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Oh, a loose football. The Bears have it. And they're going to take over once more. They have forced another first-half turnover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's a short one caught by Loveland. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Bears.
So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears are out to a 10-0 lead.
Browns nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. Whoa! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson taking off on the design run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. That's a nice pickup there.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Up the middle goes Judkins here. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
He was brought down by Kobe Bryant. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Browns.
They bring Judy in motion. They'll fake to Judkins, and now it's Watson. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. 1st and 10. Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
That's good. And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Here's Williams. He finds Raymond for the completion. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
The 36-yard line.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. They had that play dialed up defensively. Stopped him in the backfield. Loss of a yard.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On second down, it's Williams. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
A loss of 2 yards.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Punt team on for the second time already. And the kick's away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
This will be a 2nd down and 6. Off play action. Here's Watson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Watson to throw, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 4 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's second and 4. On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Jervon Dexter there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down. So after one, 10-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Start of the second, Browns in control of the football as they've got it with first and 10. They'll give it here to Judkins. He'll try to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Out of the gun, Watson. A short one that is caught by Fannin. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he's going to have the Browns first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and they get 6 yards.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground in these gotta-have-it moments, and they come through.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Judkins trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short,
of the goal line.
Down at
It's
the
a gain of
1.
a yard. Brings up second and goal.
From a little closer, here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Judkins. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Yeah, I think when you look back on last year's draft, Mike, I think the Browns really hit on this guy. I mean, yeah, for as good as he is between the 20s, when he gets down in these short yardage goal-to-go situations, it's his ability not only to read the blocks and find creases, but he also can account for the extra guy and run with power through contact, and certainly one of the best young backs in the league.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 10-7.
Browns 7.
Now, following the touchdown, Schmidt back out there to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The motion man is Raymond. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Whoa! And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Williams now to throw. Backs to the tight end, Loveland. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
That's good for a Bears.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This pass complete to Raymond. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
38 yards.
A big-time play for the Bears. 38 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Now, some of these old school analysts and coaches, they might sit up here, Mike, and say, you know, why are you lining in the shotgun inside the 5? But depending on your system, when they want to spread you out on the goal line and make you defend every blade of grass, the ability to be in the gun really helps tie the run game and the pass game. This time they decide to keep it on the ground, but don't be surprised as this game goes on. If they're in this situation again, they've got a good complementary pass.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bears will get out in front, 17-7.
Bears 17, Browns 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the draw, it's Sampson. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
44-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, it's Judkins. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Shotgun snap to Watson. That'll be caught. It's Concepcion. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
First and goal.
They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Slot man gonna move in motion left. They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. A run with Judkins. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. His second touchdown of this first half.
Mike, I can't tell you how many times I've heard offensive line coaches, run game coordinators, they stand up there and they tell these backs, we're going to try to get a hat on a hat. We're going to try to keep as many of these guys off you as we can, but we can't block them all. You need to be your own blocker as a running back down on the goal line. Hit it, no hesitation, run with pad level and power, and punch it in.
Here is Schmidt now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Browns are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Browns 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze was the intended receiver.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here they come for 3rd and 1. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here.
The tight end, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Judkins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
At the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. They bring Judy in motion. Here's Sampson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a
and after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun here on 3rd down, Watson. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this. Well, Jorquez on to punt, and the kick is away. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Gonna save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
That's good.
Mike, that's a great run from Swift, and he's really found a home in this Chicago offense. He's just a great fit for Ben Johnson and the way he wants to build it. Over 1,000 yards for just the 2nd time in his career a season ago, and just kind of feels like now he's starting to find his prime.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And this will be incomplete.
Certain receivers just have a knack for these contested catches, these 50-50 balls. They can time their jump and high point the ball and typically come down with it. In this case, really nice job by the defender. He's all over him, and he's not able to make the play.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here.
Well, I mean, we see it every week. There is a conscious push to protect quarterbacks, Mike. I get it. They are the face. They are the stars of the league. And sometimes it can go a little bit too far. But this felt like the right call. It was close, but that's a late hit. And it's going to draw a flag near every time.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
On is Santos for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Watson. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now 1st down throw for Watson. Over the middle, brought in by his tight end, Fannin. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and inches. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
4 yards.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. McGive, it's Judkins. And no room to be found. We'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On second down, here's Watson. This is brought in downfield by Judy. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll fake to Judkins, and now it's Watson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Punt team out there. Their kick's away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A throw downfield caught by Burden.
Pass interference. Defense.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
The pass on 2nd down. Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. He's got Loveland free left side. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
The motion man is Raymond. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now Swift. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing on second down, Williams. This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got it at about the 8. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll run with Swift. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
One more time, they try Swift. And he's into the end zone yet again. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, that's what you call a statement drive right there, Mike. You've got the lead, second half of the ball game, and you can feel you're really starting to wear down this defense, and this is about as good as it gets. Long drive, and then you get down there tight, and you're able to punch it in on the ground and just continue to extend this lead.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears will extend this third quarter lead.
The score, Bears 31, Browns 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On play action, it's Watson. That is caught right side. That's Fannin. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
At the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap to Watson. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball. But he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On the give, it's Swift. He had the touchdown run on that previous drive. He's got 9 more to start this one.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So they have it 2nd and 1. They'll put Loveland in motion. They pitch it to Swift. Crazy. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 6.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. 1st down and more. He's inside the 35. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. What a run by Swift. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he will score again. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
is Santos for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bears are able to extend the lead.
38, Browns 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
The Browns take over.
Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Quick throw taken in by Judy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Watson. He'll try to run for it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
And the Browns. The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Watson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, they need 5. Back to throw is Watson. He's got a man. It's Fannin.
Watson's pass.
They get 16 on that connection. It's a Browns first down.
16 yards.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Off play action, here's Watson. Throw across his body is complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a big play for the Browns. 36 yards.
The 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And After that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. They'll go for two as Watson brings the Browns to the line.
The Browns will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get forward for a couple. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle.
Campbell on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll put Loveland in motion. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's a short one caught by Loveland. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field, just convert on 3rd down. Get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a 4th down decision deep in your own territory.
They'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
They bring Judy in motion. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
On second down, here's Watson. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. The Browns getting their punting team out there as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Swift. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting...
And he has a nice job to avoid the initial wave, but they finally get there to bring him down behind the line.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll fake to Judkins, and now it's Watson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's twisted down, and a late flag comes in. We're going to get a face mask added on here.
Automatic 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. Left side brought in by Concepcion. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A gain there of 21. First down, Cleveland.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
The ball's out. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
They will run it over center with Swift, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Swift. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It will give him 4 yards.
Down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Williams will give it to Monunga. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
On first down, it's Swift. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
At the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Swift. Trying to push his way to the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get there. Stopped by the defense. That's a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught. What a throw. Holston Loveland. Touchdown Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
45, Browns 22.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out, and it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, brought in by his tight end, Fannin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
It's Watson out of the pistol. This is brought in downfield by Judy. They get 21 on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
On 1st down, Watson. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Watson to throw again. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Oh, that one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll put Loveland in motion. Off play action. Here's Williams. He's got Loveland free left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, it's Swift. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run here, another run by Swift. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring him down for a loss.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 37-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Keeping this on his own read. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On second down, it's Duncan. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Watson's going to throw here on 3rd and 1. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. Down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards. QB will survey the defense on 1st and 10. Watson will make the read and holds on. The defense not biting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
So often the success or failure of the zone read really just comes down to the decision-making of the quarterback. And so oftentimes there's really no right decision to be made. I always used to hear our coaches tell Cam, if you're ever in doubt, give it. Let the running back take the punishment. Let the running back pick up the yards and save the pull read when you know it's there.
To number 3, Jerry Jeudy. A 7-yard gain on the play.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 3rd down and 3. Shotgun snap to Watson. And he'll be forced to throw this one away. Good job by the defense. They stiffen and sets up 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to...
And it is caught, but he's out of bounds. Would have been the first down, but he could not stay in. As a result, they're going to turn this over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
ლიცენზიებს გადავხედოთ. დიდი ვიდეო გამოვა, მოიმარაგეთ სნეკები, რავი, ენერგეტიკულები, ყავები, რავი, ვისაც რა მოგწონთ და ჩაუჯიქით. აი ეს გამადიდებლით უნდა ვეძებო რა დაამატეს და ასე შემდეგ. მოკლედ, ივენთები ტრადიციულად, ხო, სრულფასოვანი, თქონდა ივენთები, ნუ იცით რომ ამას ხალხამშობ ხან არა, ნუ ითამაშეთ, იმიტომ რომ ჯილდოებია, ხოსპავიანი კონტრაქტი, შანსდიელები.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he can barely get out of the starting block. Stopped in the backfield for a second straight play.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Third and long. Here's Williams. Oh, how about the coverage there? Nowhere to go with the football. He just throws it away. It brings up fourth down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Pass caught by Concepcion.
Watson's pass complete to number 1, KC Concepcion. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Bears as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson.